Asphalt just had its 20th anniversary, and what comes with the 20th anniversary? Patch notes for the next season of Asphalt, the 20th anniversary season. And we're looking at it right here. Legacy of Speed patch notes that got released 2 days ago. Unfortunately, because of some issues, I couldn't do this recording earlier, but here it is. See them celebration begins as this marks 20 years of Asphalt, and before the celebrations begin, we all wanted to give all legends a massive thank you. Me too, honestly. Thank you to the devs for making this game, creating this franchise that has been a huge part of my childhood as well. I started with the Asphalt franchise from Asphalt 6 back in 2011, which is already 14 years ago, and now I'm here with Asphalt 9. It's been a really good part of my life as a whole. It's not even just my childhood anymore. I've been playing this franchise, this Asphalt franchise from Asphalt 6. I didn't really play Asphalt 7, but I've also played Asphalt 8 ever since 2013, and then Asphalt 9 now as well. So massive thank you to all the people that made this happen as well. But on the side, let's have a look in this patch notes right here. So first thing we have in here, Asphalt Urban GT. You will be able to play this game again on the website once they release it, and you might even get a reward for finishing. So what I think of this is that if you can manage to do certain goals in the web version of this game right here, you would be able to get some sort of code that you can input, and you can get some rewards in your Asphalt 9 account and stuff. So that would be pretty cool. A good way for you to experience how this all started, and also get some rewards for the current game progress. Next thing on the patch notes, San Diego Harbor. That's right, another classic Asphalt 8 track making another appearance in Asphalt 9 or Asphalt Legends. But here's the thing. There are a few variants where there were portals in the San Diego track that brings you to Cairo, and then it brings you to Los Angeles. A track that was already from Asphalt 6 and Asphalt 7, and a snippet of it, well, not the entire Los Angeles track, but a snippet of it is in the special anniversary version of San Diego in Asphalt 9 or Asphalt Legends. So in case, like I said, in case you missed it, then you should check out the exclusive track preview right here, which I will put the link for in the description below this video. Next up is the 20th anniversary spotlight, and I have to say this background right here is pretty amazing. It has all these moments from all the previous Asphalts. What I can tell here, this is from Asphalt 9. This is from the Asphalt Injection, probably from Asphalt 6 or Asphalt 5, or probably Asphalt Speedstorm. Some older Java Asphalt and stuff. We're going back to Asphalt 9 over here. This is one as I think this is a Bentley Speed, probably a Bentley Speed 8 or something from Asphalt 6. But yeah, quite a lot of memories in here, I would say. I remember playing all of these as well. So this kind of concerns me. We're featuring 20 classic Asphalt cars here to grace with. 20 cars for a spotlight. Now, if you've already watched my previous analysis for the Natural Summer Fest patch notes, you already know my stance on spotlights. It's supposed to be a bonus event, so it should not feature this many cars. How are you supposed to actually fit all these cars into this kind of event? And again, this time we don't even know how the shop will work, so there's even more unanswered questions. So I guess the best thing we can do is to just wait 2 more days until when this event comes out. And this anniversary event will feature a spotlight pass. So I assume this is gonna be the same format as the Sonic Spotlight, except with 13 more cars. So, oh well. And over here we can see that in the next season there will be 20 free codes. So make sure to be active in the socials of Asphalt or the Discord server, so you can make sure to like not miss out on any single of these codes. And the Anniversary Ace Challenge. So this thing right here has been going around for like more than a month already. 3 qualifiers has already passed, and the next one, which is also the final qualifiers, will be on August 1st. So if you're not in the Discord server, make sure to join it now. And if you have like some questions about this Anniversary Ace Challenge, then you can just like ping me on Discord and then ask me about it. I'll be there to answer you as well. I'm already one of the current 18 players that already qualified like for the finals. So I'm also like looking forward to this day and looking forward to like competing with you guys, like the ones that also qualified for this event. That aside, Draft Syndicate 12. So we're getting another Draft Syndicate. This update. Well, it's pretty obvious that a track would come with like a new Draft Syndicate at this point. That's like a pretty like repeated pattern. Now, so in this splash art right here, we see the 3 new cars in this Draft Syndicate. The DS Survolt, very classic Asphalt A car, started B-class car. A lot of people love it. I kind of like it. I don't think that this is like the best thing ever, but it's very iconic. It brings a lot of memories as well, because like, I remember using this car to get into like I think it was Champion League in around like 2018 to 2019 Asphalt 8 multiplayer. That was when like I was in like secondary school with like my very low end phone. I still somehow managed to get Champion League by just spamming the DS Survolt. So quite a lot of memories with that. This one though, the Zonda Cinque, the poster car of Asphalt 6, of course will bring me back a lot of memories, because like this is the first Asphalt I've ever played, and it's really nice to finally see that car again in like a newer Asphalt game. And this thing right here that kind of looks like a Porsche, but it's definitely not a Porsche. It's the Arash Imperium, which is a car that's already been in Asphalt 9 China. It's kind of like a meh S-Class in there. But in here, once we get to the stats, you will see like how stupid and insane this car could be. And next up, we see that there's the customization system, which is the new vanity system that I've been talking about in the patch notes. So you'll be able to get like this currency right here, style tokens. This thing right here for you to like buy like certain like customization parts, like probably custom colors, and then like custom body kits and stuff. Those that you can buy with like this currency. I don't know if you can buy decals with this currency or not, but we will see. And like again, based on like the patch notes, like the next update in like October, they will also be listening to like the feedback of the system to try and improve on it more, and maybe even bring like newer features into it. So let's just see how this is going to work out. Next part of the update, more LEGO Technic. So in game we already have 3 LEGO cars, being the LEGO Corvette CH Stingray, and in A class we have the LEGO Senna GTR and LEGO Valkyrie. So there's already 3 of them. This update is going to bring 2 more, which will make it a total of 5 LEGO cars in this game. And I think that this game will just stop at 5 LEGO cars, because I don't think there's any like more newer models that has like Asphalt Legends Unite like branding on it. But yeah, there will be the Lamborghini Revuelto, the LEGO version, and the Ferrari FXXK, also the LEGO version. And the season after this, so this is the Legacy of Speed season. The second season of this update will have a LEGO Technic Spotlight featuring all the LEGO cars. So if you missed out on like some of the previous LEGO cars, then don't worry, you will be able to get in the Spotlight, I would say. And it's nice to know that Spotlights are going back to 5 cars instead of 20, like the Anniversary Spotlight. So that's one thing that I'm pretty glad about. So with that, that's like the preview of what's to come. So let's look at the actual content. New cars, Citroen DS Survolt. Now this thing right here, very iconic car. Of course it's going to be low end, it's not going to be like a high end car or something, but let's have a look at the rank and stats. So the stats right here, it looks like a D class. If you think about it, it really looks like a D class car, and with 2796 rank. Now this would put the car in low mid C class, which will be at around here between the Docker DH GTO and the Viper ACR. So let's compare it with the Viper ACR. It has like 12 less top speed, 4 more acceleration, 5 less handling, and then 4 less nitro. So I would say that this won't be beating the Viper ACR because like the speed difference in these lower classes is quite a lot, like 12 kilometers per hour, and two cars that will probably stay at that top speed for like most of the race anyways. The 4 acceleration might help on like shorter tracks, but I don't think it's gonna like beat the Viper ACR unless this car has perfect natural boost, which could always be a possibility with like these new cars. So we will never know. But I don't think it's gonna beat the Viper ACR. It's just a nice car to have. It's just like a nostalgic factor, I would say. Now, this thing right here, very spicy, Mosler Super GT. So a new brand coming to Asphalt. It's a 5,169 rank car, so very high rank, and the stats could definitely go well with this rank because the closest stat distribution to this car is actually, you may have guessed it, the Hennessy Venom F5. That's right. This car has the closest stat distribution to the Hennessy Venom F5. And even though I only have the Venom F5 at 5 stars, you can kind of see like the stat spread already, but this car having more acceleration and around the same everywhere else. And just to be sure, we can always just have a look at the server using the May bot to search up the Venom F5, and we can just check like the stats of this car. So this car right here, 512, 80, 49. I think this natural stat is wrong. It's supposed to be 45 something. This natural stat is wrong right now. But you can see the overall stat spread is very similar to the Venom F5, but with more acceleration. Now, here's another thing with like all these newer cars that are coming to Asphalt. We do not know how the cars drift. Because like, especially in S-Class, most of these cars like rely on like their floaty capabilities and like their very stacked grip to like pretty much like compete with like each other. This thing right here, based on like how low this car is like on the ground, it doesn't seem to have like the sort of drift that would make it be like as overpowered as like the Venom F5, for example. But who knows? They could do something to make this car like drift really good, and then it could beat the Venom F5. And again, like overall, like the stat spread is very good. It's hard to find a 500 car with like 83 or something. I mean, it's not that hard anymore, but it's hard to find this car with this much acceleration, with this much nitro, because like all the other cars with high acceleration has like 30 nitro, like this thing has like 30 nitro, this thing has like 27 nitro. This is slightly more, but then like, this is back to like 30 nitro and stuff. So yeah, it's hard to find this car with like this kind of stat spread right now. So I'm looking forward to this. Well, unless it will be a key car, which we'll see in like the update that would be coming in like a few hours. Some people already received the update, but I didn't have it yet, so I will have to look at it myself later. But if this is a key car, then I will probably have no chance to get it. But if it's not, then I will try my best to just go all in for this car, I would say. So again, high-end S-Class with like this stat, it also looks pretty good as well. And yeah, it's a pretty like good Asphalt 8 car in there, if I remember correctly. So next up, Zonda Cinque. Very iconic. I'm glad to see this car like in Asphalt 9. This stats right here, very similar to the Aventador J, which has slightly more acceleration, about the same, pretty much the same acceleration, barely any difference, more handling and less natural. So will be like an Aventador J clone, pretty much, but it's 6 stars and it's featured in the Draft Syndicate, so it's gonna be very hard for you to actually like get this car to max or gold. So most of you guys won't even be able to get to the stage, but to those that can get it, we will most likely be ending up at like 2 or 3 stars. Yeah, maybe if we're lucky, then we can end up at 4 stars. But it's hard to really like max this car without spending real money on it. So it's just gonna be like a collector's item. And next up, we have the Legend Pass car for the next season, being the F-Sharp Berlinetta. The Berlinetta, this thing right here. These stats actually kind of reminds me of like an A-class car. So it's placed at around 3950, so it's around mid B-class over here. 3950 would be between the Vantage GT12 and the Apollo IE. All these cars right here are like the more handling and acceleration based. But this car, has very balanced stats. Like I would say 357, yeah, it's pretty alright for B class. It's higher than like the slow cars, but slower than like the actual like fast cars. 81 acceleration, also pretty like standard for B class. Handling 61, it's sort of on the lower side nowadays, but it is not the worst. And 68 natural, pretty good. So this car actually reminds me of the Ferrari 812 Super Fast. The 812 Super Fast. And here, so 353, 81, 63, and 74. Very similar to the 812 Super Fast. So if you have the 812 at max, and you could probably assume that this car will be quite similar as well. And of course, since this is going to be a Legend Pass car, I would think that this will be like the Legend Pass car for like 2 seasons. The third season of this update though, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what will be in the third season of it, so we'll just have to wait. And next up, pretty much like the boss car of this update, the Arash Imperium. 5315 rank. So this is gonna be the highest ranked car in the entire game. 535 top speed, 89.8 acceleration, so already quite impressive, 55 handling, and 33 natural. It looks impressive. However, when you compare it to the Razor Tartarus, Razor Tachyon Tartarus, why did I type Tar in there? Not Targa, okay. We're looking at the Razor Tachyon Tartarus. Yes, slightly lower top speed, slightly lower acceleration, lower handling, and 3 more nitro. So suddenly, this doesn't look as impressive as the Tartarus anymore. However, Tartarus has 2 major issues. First off, this acceleration right here is only on ground. In air, the Tachyon Tartarus has air acceleration penalty. And what I meant by that is the car doesn't really accelerate when it's in air. If this car doesn't have the air acceleration penalty or like negative fake acceleration, then this would be better than the Tachyon Tartarus. Not to mention, if this car has any sign of like better drift than the Tartarus, because like this car doesn't really drift that well, then it will also be better than the Razor Tachyon Tartarus. And with this overall stats, it's gonna be like an absolute menace in Gauntlet. So to those that can go for the Drive Syndicate, please, I'm not saying please, because like that would make me not have a good time trying to get top 10 in Gauntlet anymore. But if you can go for like a Drive Syndicate, make sure to not miss out on this car. It will be like a very good like addition to your garage. Like even at lower stats, I get that this doesn't really have like that much natural, but then like the acceleration and the raw top speed is already like quite good anyways. So even if you get it at like around 3 stars, like most people would stop at 3 stars in a Drive Syndicate, then I think that this could still do sort of well in some like Gauntlet like tracks, I would say. But that aside, onto another car of this update. A very iconic Asphalt 8 car, the Mercedes-Benz Silver Lightning, and it was also in Asphalt 9 China like a year ago. So this car is an S-Class car, or is it an R-Class car in Asphalt 9 China, I forgot. But in there, it has a very unique like mechanic where it has like an 80 kilometers per hour perfect natural boost. I don't think it's gonna have that here because like in A-Class, this stat is already like quite good for A-Class already. I don't want it to have like 80 more speed from the perfect natural or whatever. So we can compare the Silver Lightning to the Vision 111, which is another Mercedes at the top of A-Class right now. Comparing it to the 111, it has 11 higher speed, but then slightly lower in every other stat. So it's going to be like the highest ranked car in A-Class, and unlike the more recent like addition to A-Class, like the 499P, which is like borderline useless and like quite bad, this car could have the potential to actually be like the king of A-Class, because this speed, it's actually like getting a lot closer than other cars to the XJR 9, which is like the current highest top speed A-Class car at 412 kilometers per hour. And with like these other stats not being that much worse than a 111, it can also have like the chance to drift better as well, because again, we do not know like how any of these cars like drifts. It could definitely be a potential A-Class king, which is exciting because we we didn't really have like a proper A-Class king for like 4 years now, ever since the Valhalla. So, quite excited for it. Based on like this number though, I don't know if it's gonna be like a key car or like a blueprint car. Well, same goes to like the other cars, except for the Imperium, which is like confirmed to be a key car. This is confirmed to be blueprint. This is also a blueprint car. Mosler, we don't know yet. So it's just the Mosler Super GT and the Silver Lightning that we do not know if it's a key car or not. Depending on like if it's a key car or not, I may go for it or not, because like for me, this car I really liked back in Asphalt 8. I used to use this car to farm like the Season 9 races in Dubai to farm credits in Asphalt 8. So had a lot of memories with it, really liked the car in there. So I hope that I will like the car in here as well. Next up, we're moving on to the Lego cars. So the Lego Technic Lamborghini Revuelto. As seen right here, the stats seem to be like identical to the stats that are in A9C. And with this rank at 4264, it will be sitting at around pretty high in B class. So it would be at around here, at around this point right here. I don't think it's gonna be useful though, because the stats, it looks to be like pretty good, like high top speed and high acceleration. But then when we come down here with the handling and nitro, it doesn't really seem to be that promising. So closest comparison I have to this car personally is the Fire R. It also has very high top speed, even higher than the Revuelto. Acceleration is also quite high at 83. But it has like lower handling and nitro. Same with the Revuelto. But for me, like 58 handling and 64 nitro is much more impactful than 64 handling and 50 nitro. So I don't think this car is going to be doing well in anything, unfortunately. It's also not high ranked enough to be in Elite B. So quite unfortunate. But if you like the Lego Revuelto, then no one's going to stop you from getting this car. We'll be looking at the events where you can like get this car like later, aside from the spotlight in the second season of this update. And the final car of this update is the Lego Technic Ferrari FXXK. So this is going to be an A-Class car. Stats will be similar to the one in Asphalt 9 China again. So it's going to be a low-end car. And with these stats, it's quite similar to either the LaFerrari or the P1. For me, it just looks like a P1 with less acceleration. So really like not much things to go for with the car. Like the P1, I don't have like epics on the car. So if I have epics on it, then the stats would look more similar to this. But yeah, another like collector's item, not much interesting to talk about. But overall, I would say the car quality of this update is very good. We get a new Elite S classes. We're getting new wait, no, not S classes. Just the Imperium is a new Elite S class. This will be this the Mosler Super GT will be the 6th highest ranked car in the game. It's not going to be an Elite S class, unfortunately. But we also had new like high-end A-Class being the Silver Lightning. You have like more like around mid-end cars like the Arash Imperium or the Zonda Cinque. The Revuelto is technically a high-end B-Class. And so overall car quality is quite great, except for the Lego Ferrari FXXK and the DS Survolt. So with the cars aside, let's have a look at the event. Like I've said, 20th anniversary spotlight with 20 cars. It's way too much. This is too many cars. I don't know how they're gonna like actually like make this kind of event with like this many cars. Like the car list is so long. Let's see how long does it take for me to read like all of these like cars in here. So there's the clock, there's a timer on the screen. It's gonna be ticking once I start to read this. So let's take a deep breath. Right, 3, 2, 1. Mitsubishi Lancer, Alfa Romeo. I can't even read. Mitsubishi Lancer, Alfa Romeo, Giulia GTA M, Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo Evo, Volkswagen Electric R, Dodge Blackberry CR, McLaren GT, Ferrari Daytona SP3, Aeronair Hussar 33, Lamborghini Aspirin, McLaren Taurus GT, Ferrari Ford H-Range Evo, Pagani Zonda R, Aston Martin Vulcan, Ferrari F-Tributo, Jaguar XJR9, Desimaso P72, Lamborghini Centenario, Bugatti 110, Deus Bayan, and the Bugatti Chiron. Or Chiron, whatever. That's it, that's the time. Damn it, that took so long to read. That was definitely a mouthful. But many cars in this, and And notably, we see like stuff like Lancer, Viper ACR, Aspirin, Vulcan, and Centenario. Those are all like beginner cars. So this will probably help like the newer players that just got to the game this season to be able to play the Spotlight. So Lancer, low-end car, Viper ACR, low-end car. Aspirin is a daily ghost car that you can get from this thing right here. Vulcan, another like low-end car, can get from daily car loot. And Centenario, which refers to S-Class, you can also get from daily car loot. And then aside from those, we also see like 10 cars that will end like this vault right here in the server. So in here, we have like this sort of voting thing that was back in March of 2025, where we got to like vote for cars that they will put into this anniversary event, like mega events. This is a mega event that we're referring about. So 10 of those cars ended up in this event. Yeah, you guys basically like made this event yourself. So congrats, I guess. Well, how we're getting the cars though, I would not know. But that aside, let's move on to Draft Syndicate 12. Again, so right after the spring Draft Syndicate, we're getting like another one in this season right here. So the Imperium is going to be the main car. The support cars will be the DS Survolt, Apollo Intensa Emotion, 600 LC Spider, Zonda Cinque, and Just Go Absolute. So to those people that want to go for this Draft Syndicate, you are getting two very good cars, not only in Mosler but also in Gauntlet, the Just Go Absolute and the Arash Imperium. So to those that are going for like this Draft Syndicate, do not miss out on these two cars, especially the Absolute, because like it's like the current like one of the best cars in the entire game. It's also like very versatile in like a lot of different game modes. Shut up, Windows security. So that is basically the Draft Syndicate. So to my free-to-play players though, we're not gonna get far in this event because we will be blocked at the Zonda Cinque because it's a new car and there was no way for us to get blueprints for it before. The Apollo IE and the 600 LT both had multiple hunts, and Apollo IE is even like a Legend Store car. So I guess like we can progress through these stages easily, and then we can get to the Zonda Cinque stage. But then we will not be able to get any near the Koenigsegg Just Go Absolute, unfortunately. Moving on, we have the Aston Martin V12 Vantage 2022 GP. So this Grand Prix right here, it took very long to actually like appear in game. Like I'm just scrolling Hot Topics, and I'm still scrolling. Let me just find like that post. There it is. In November 20th of 2024, Grand Prix lineup change. It was supposed to be for the Vantage V12. Like it was supposed to be for the Vantage V12, but then due to a quote-unquote technical issue, like this is like a very like good love story, game love with technical issues. They changed it into the SCG-007S. But fear not, we'll make sure that this car will still get its Grand Prix in the next update. I'm pretty sure like the December update is not in July of the next year, so oh well, at least the car is getting a Grand Prix. But this one right here is what I'm actually hyped about, the Lamborghini SC18 Special Hunt. So the SC18 Austin is a car that has been gate kept for like extremely long now. Like after the first two Grand Prix, it really didn't return properly. Like there was no way to actually get the key for the car, and as I missed the first two Grand Prix due to like exams and stuff, I still do not have the car, and it's already at 5 stars, no key. So I've just been naturally playing this game, like naturally progressing. I've been getting blueprints for this car. I got it to 5 stars, and there was still no way for me to get the key, so I really appreciate the special hunt right here. And with that said, overall special events, there's no normal special event this update right here, unless they want to do like another surprise event, like the ER9 Mayhem that we're having right now. But these are all like the other types of events that will be in the special events section. So what what I say about this? Spotlight, too many cars. This will definitely keep us like very busy. So again, this is another season that they will be keeping all the players like very busy. So with that, we'll be moving on to time-limited events of this next season. So it will start with the Formula E event. So this will be the final event of the Formula E Generation 3 Evo Championship Edition. So after the first two events and the Grand Prix, a lot more people will have this car, and like Deb said in the last update, you'll be able to get one of these 4 decals based on like how many people finish in the top 500 of the first event. And the among those that finish in the top 500, people use like this team's decal like the most. So we'll be getting that free decal. The rest that are in here right now, you can buy those decals as bundles in the game. I think I just went past it. Oh, there it is. So yeah, you can buy like those 3 decals in here, and the first one right here will be given for free in the first TLE of the next update. And one day after that, it's gonna be the Lego Revuelto Tour. So this tour format will be similar to the Lego Senna or the Formula E Gen 2. You already know about it. It gives like some blueprints, it gives like 1 epic, some tokens, some credits, and that's it. Friends Unite, another like multi-car time-limited event. So these kinds of events, it will usually give you like some the blueprints for the cars and maybe even like VIP points. For example, this one right here, which features like these free cars and it gives you some VIP points. So it will be helpful in helping you like progress in this VIP in here. Now, this one right here is probably the most hyped time-limited event, Zenville TS1 GT Anniversary Star Hunt. Another car that was like gate-kept for extremely long, finally getting a proper way, like a proper event for us to actually like get it. So if you watch like my 1 year of Asphalt Lens Unite progress video, you would know that in the past year, I only got 1 blueprint for the TS1 GT. But you probably do not know that this car has been at 4 stars for 3 years now. I've gotten this car to 4 stars in summer of 2022. Ever since then, nothing, like borderline 0 progress. This thing is still at 4 stars. So I'm really glad that it's actually getting a star hunt now. I don't even need to get like a special hunt. I just need some proper way to actually like get more blueprints for that car, because like it really took very long for me to get some more progress on it. And after it, it's gonna be the Lego Technic Ferrari FXXK Tour. So, oh, I agree with the screen tearing. So, that's like for like the first week of the update. This is moving on to the second week. In here, I think FXXK Tour, like these are from like the 3rd week. So another tour event for the FXXK. Summer Sports, like another like free car TLE. Most notably the 911 Turbo 50 years, which will be a Legend Pass hunt. We will talk about that in a bit. And after the star hunt for the TS1 GT, we'll have an epic hunt for it. So always nice to get like those epics. Beautiful game, another like free car TLE. So we can expect like some VIP points, and they may also not give any VIP points. So India Summer was the 26 CCXR. So this event right here is a solo event. You can also expect a solo event to be something similar to this one right here, where it was a solo event for the Bugatti Chiron or Chiron. I still don't know how to actually like say the name of this car, so I'm very sorry. But you can expect like some VIP points, some epics for the car, blueprints for the car, and some tokens as well. CCXR is a car that it's really not worth going for. It's quite useless in the current state of like Asphalt Lens Unite, where it's like not good in multiplayer, Clash is dead, Gauntlet doesn't need like this kind of like low acceleration and not enough handling cars, so it's not useful in the current state of the game. But if you like the car, then you can go for it. Well, unless this event doesn't give up any key, which I doubt it will. And interesting thing about the season is that it'll only have 3 car hunts, and 2 of them will happen at the same time, being the Legend Pass car hunt and the Da Vinci car hunt. So like the Da Vinci is a low-end D-class, low mid-end D-class. It's better than the Elise. That's it, and nothing else. XCSB Project 8, another like mid-end C-class. So other hunts in the season are quite like uninteresting. So if you can do it, then do it, I suppose. Because like all these cars, well, the Da Vinci is in the Legend store, but the other two is not. Or is it? I think it's not. Okay. So that's all for the TLEs this update. So 2 tour events, star hunts again. So we're getting like at least like 1 star hunt every season for like the past few seasons, and a lot of those like multi-car TLEs. There's just more TLEs compared to the last season, so again, they're keeping us like very busy. So that's it for the events, and we'll be looking at some extra information about this update right now. Ultimate Pass. So this will be like a layer above the Legend Pass, and the Legend Pass also got a buff. So let's look at the Legend Pass buffs first. So they will keep the same price, so it will still be $10 for the Legend Pass. A little bit of insight when it comes to like Legend Passes back in the day. So a season used to be like 42 to 56 days long, and the Legend Pass back then was still $10, so it was like extremely good value back then. Then later on, with how this game progressed, a season became just 28 days, and the price was still kept at $10. So it's like shrinkflation. You get like less product, but with the same price. So it's starting to be a little bit less worth. Then they slightly buffed like the benefits in there, which kind of made the price a little bit more balanced. But then it's probably not enough. So once again, this is a major buff to the rewards that you can get from the Legend Pass, which will make it like a good thing to go for. Like even more good thing to go for. I of course, as a free-to-play player, I do not go for Legend Pass, so I kind of don't care. But for those that go for Legend Pass, good news for you. You'll be getting like more stuff in this. So double the credits. This is like 2.5 more times tokens. The blueprints for in like the Legend Pass, it will go from 5 to 8. So what do you mean by those featured blueprints? It's gonna be like the upper tier in here. So these 5 blueprints will be 8 blueprints instead. Body kit card packs will change to seasonal card packs. So seasonal card packs, it could be like the card packs for like the cars that feature in the season, which could be a good thing as well. And since they are introducing a new vanity system, these body kit card packs are not needed anymore. And barcode blueprints have been increased to free for all classes. So instead of 1 in here, or like 1 in here, it will be free. So pretty good. And with that, let's have a look at the Ultimate Pass. So this thing right here is gonna cost you $50, so 5 times the cost of the Legend Pass. But what does it get you? So 30 blueprints for the Zonda Cinque. This will help you in the Drive Syndicate. 15 Legend Pass tiers, so it will get you like the early fuels like quite quickly. 5 workers blueprints for each class. So this thing right here, I don't know what do they mean by like each class. There's like one course in this game. It's not just about like the class of a car, but it's also about like the star count of this car. So it goes from like 1 to like 5 stars of each class. So I don't know if this means that you'll get like 5 wall cards for like each class with like at which star counts. That's like the thing that matters the most. You see the card packs, 5 extra fuel. So this will be very good for people that grind a Mosler. 500 style tokens for the vanity system, 10,000 tokens and 20 million credits. So sometimes I do see people like buying like currency bundles. Instead of currency bundles, they can just grab the Ultimate Pass. Like this would give you like a lot of like the currency that you may need. 5,000 VIP XP, so 100% boost to rep and trade coins. So this rep right here, this rep boost, combining with this extra fuel will be very beneficial to those that are grinding multiplayer. Can help out with the club and getting like the club milestones as well. Is it a good value? Like, is it a good value though? I, of course, as a free-to-play player, I don't really have like the best input when it comes to this. But based on like the value of like other bundles in this game, this technically gives you a lot more than those like $50 bundles. Like if we were to just look at some random like $50 bundles, like let's just pick a random one in the store. This one right here. 50 blueprints for this, 3 million credits, 25 packs, 1,000 VIP points. This is nothing compared to this. So, of course, the choice is yours. This has much more value than the usual $50 bundles. But again, it's $50 after all. It's very expensive, so it really depends on like your status or whether you want to spend that much money on a game or not. But yeah, with the Legend Pass changes comes multiplayer changes. So we will have a 5th round and a bonus round next season. So the current rewards for like the cars in here, it will stay for another update. So these cars like DS Survolt, Northern Hypercube, and these right here will still stay for another season. And it will only be reset in the 2nd season of this update right here. And we're also seeing the car filter removed. So the car filter, I assume, is basically like, so as you can see in here in Legend League, there are not like all the cars available in here. Like you don't see the Jesco, you don't see the Agera, you don't see the CC50 and like some other cars. I think that is what they meant by the filter. So next multiplayer would probably have like all the cars in like each bracket. I don't think it's gonna be like the exact same thing as the Asphalt 9 multiplayer, because yes, while that is also like filterless, there are like divisions now. So maybe all the cars will be available, but it's not gonna be like the exact same as the Asphalt 9 multiplayer. But still, I would say that this is quite an exciting change. Like now you can actually like utilize your entire garage, although they're also removing the free try cars. So it will be quite a disadvantage to the newer players, but this will bring like the old like Asphalt 9 multiplayer experience, like closest to the old Asphalt 9 multiplayer experience. So for me, I will take it. Well, to be fair, that's because like I've already progressed like a lot ever since then. I actually have like Courcy used in multiplayer now. But yeah, so season series, this thing is gonna be about multiplayer 2. Only thing they're mentioning in here is the green streak changes. What do you mean by like just green streak changes? There's like a lot more things to like change the multiplayer too. Like there are a lot more problems when it comes to like those multiplayer, but at least I mean they're improving on like the worst rated game mode, I suppose. But and basically they are increasing like the gain of nitro at every position, so now you won't have the pain of having to like drift 200 hours for the shockwave anymore. So it will make it more enjoyable, at least for most players. I know some are kind of pissed at it because they that is like a very drastic change as to like how you normally like approach nitro management, and it proved to be like some sort of like interesting thing. But the majority of the player base hated this mode, so they're trying to improve on that, and they will still see how's the feedback towards like this mode after the changes. This right here, I'm very excited about. Increasing season score games in smaller lobbies. They're finally listening. They're finally increasing it. Because especially like in Legend League, when lobbies are like dead most of the times, you barely ever get any series score. So yesterday I did a live stream where I used like around 30 fuels, and I only went from 8,000 to 9,000 milestone points. And what do we need? 12,500 to get to this final milestone in here. That you don't even like get like a guaranteed epic for a car you won't have. So this will be very beneficial. It will make the grind a lot like less worse. Of course, it's still slightly bad with how like it only gives you 100 points nowadays, but it will be slightly less worse, I would say. So very good change. I approve that. Now, when is the cap for the credit? When is the cap for the credit ad multiplier is gonna be removed? I'm just waiting for that now. So I want to get my app ads like at first place as well. And this part right here, this is quite useless. More accessible import parts. At first, I thought that they would want to like make the epic import parts like more accessible. Comment on rare import parts. Do not ever buy this. This is extremely common. You can get this in literally everywhere, especially in car hunts. Do not ever waste your tokens on this thing. Just like an example, I'm just playing normally. You do not want to spend your tokens on this. You really do not want to spend your tokens on like this thing right here. So yeah, this is basically a scam. Avoid this at all costs, and make sure to like enable token purchase confirmation in here in notifications and turn it on. Set it to like 10 tokens so that you don't accidentally buy like a random common import part. Shop changes, so they'll be bundling up multi-packs for the same car. That's alright. Let's see. QOL change and car filter in search. That's a good thing. You can now like actually search up cars now with like all these cars that are in this game. Well, next update will make it a total of 301 obtainable cars. So we're crossing the 300 mark, and with that, we definitely need a way to actually like search up cars. So that's a good thing. And Aptoide support, they will no longer be supporting the Aptoide Store for Android. So it's like another like app store for Android devices. They will no longer be supporting it. So to like the 2 people that actually downloaded this game from Aptoide, make sure to connect your account to a Gameloft Club account, just so that you will still keep the progress when you install a game in other platforms, except for PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. You can still play the same progress, but in other like platforms using the Gameloft Club account. And that's it. That's the entirety of this patch notes right here. What are your thoughts on this pretty stacked season? For me, a lot of things to do. Quite nostalgic to see like a lot of the classic cars coming back to the game again, and overall I'm very excited for this. Even though like I won't be able to like spend much on this season, there's not really like many events for you to spend your tokens on. So you could also think of this as a season that you'll be like saving your tokens. So for me, very hyped about it. I'm hyped for the new track. I'm hyped for the new cars. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next patch notes analysis. Have a great day. See ya.